Right, good morning, welcome to this week's video. Today we're going to be taking a look at this absolutely fantastic little wood stove here. This is a limited edition Frontier stove by Anevay. So the Frontier stove is an absolute fantastic design for a wood stove. Whether you're hot tenting, whether you're fishing, whether you just want to take a stove down onto the beach to do some outdoor cooking, it's an absolutely brilliant design. It's been on the market for about 10 or 12 years now, and I think I've had mine for about 10 years, and just with a regular service and a regular clean after every single time you use it, it's going to keep going and going and going for many more years. So Anevay originally designed the Frontier stove for disaster relief. So when there was things like earthquakes, tsunamis and things, they would be sent out as part of like a national assistance program, and it would provide the locals with something to cook on and something to heat their homes with. So with the enamel coating that this one has got on, this is going to survive outdoors for many years, and it's going to really do an absolute fantastic job, whether you're using it for sports, whether you're using it for camping, whether you're actually fitting out bell tents for glamping, that sort of thing. It's going to be an absolute fantastic little stove to fit into whatever you're going to need it for. So like I said before, the Frontier stove does need servicing. After every single use, it needs wiping down, it needs oiling, and then every year you're going to need to give it a good old clean out inside, and then you're just going to need to respray it with a stove paint. But this one here with the enamel coating is not needed at all. This can remain outside for years and it's not going to rust, it's not going to get affected by the weather. I think the prototype of this was put outside for 2 years and it stayed out there, and it didn't rust, nothing went wrong with it at all. The only thing that you need to think about with this stove is it is quite a heavy stove anyway, and then with the enamel coating it is a little bit more heavier. And then the other thing you got to think about as well is it is going to be prone to chipping as well if it's going to be dropped or dragged, or even just like enamel pots on the top of it. You just got to be careful that you're not going to chip the enamel on it. And the one thing that I would recommend is if you're going to buy this stove is to buy the bag that goes with it, just to give it a little bit more protection. Right then, so let's get the stove set up and I'll show you some of the features that it's got. So like I say, this Frontier stove is exactly the same design as the main Anevay Frontier stove, apart from it's got the enamel coating. So you've got all the same features. You've got the coal pan on the front there, you've got the handle on the side, you've got this piece of wire that runs along this side here, which is brilliant for hanging clothes on to dry, or tea towels or things like that. You've got the removable top on the thing here as well, which I find is really helpful if you're using like a tripod Dutch oven, so you can get a little bit more heat onto it. And then of course you've got the damper on the flue there as well. So this stove is absolutely perfect for prolonged outdoor use with this enamel coating. It's not going to get affected by the weather. So if you're planning on using it outside for a long period of time, I'd definitely recommend getting hold of this limited edition Frontier stove as opposed to the normal Frontier stove. So it all boils down to price. So at present on Anevay's website, the original Frontier stove costs £209, where the limited edition one that we've got here is £249. So for the sake of £40 extra, you're getting a stove that is going to last a hell of a long time if you're using it in prolonged use outside. So like I said before, I've had my Frontier stove for over 10 years now, and it's been used a hell of a lot in lots of different environments. We've used it to be cooking on the beach, we used it in the woods, we've made a sauna out of it as well. So it is really versatile. So if you're looking for a wood-fired stove, then this is definitely something that I would really recommend. So thank you for watching this short little review of the Anevay limited edition Frontier stove. I'll stick a full link to the product in the description below. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, or you're new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe button just there. And as always, a couple more review videos for you to take a look at, and we'll see you next time on the next one.